Education. My mother knows the value of education, though she was uneducated herself. She said, "Go to school, my son, and grow up to be my lawyer." The world needs you and your services, so learn hard to seal the crevices. Education is the key. I never knew how right she was until I turned 16 still in the house. When Uncle Brown returned from college and learned I stopped attending school, he called me the next morning and said, "Education is meant for your own inspiration. It clears your mind to the maximum admiration. It helps you realize and appreciate your aspirations so you can leave print worth commemoration." I learned to stop going to school, but I don't think that makes you a fool. I know your dreams are not small, but you need education to reach them all. Kofi, you must return to the classroom and sweep everywhere clean with broom. The headmaster will get the message and you'll be given the ultimate passage. So I sobered and said with profound joy, "Uncle Brown, thank you, Uncle Brown. I've realized my mistake last down, so I am making my move to wear the crown. Education is the key, this I've learned to accept. But then, what about the cost in gross? My parents weigh much less than the cross, and I have become the victim of the toss, woefully deprived of my share of the vital cake. Education makes my people better people. Socialization keeps the traditions thriving. As a country, we can't underestimate the value of education to the development of our institutions. The government knows this to the barest degree, that we need more schools, more colleges, and more universities. That we need affordable and accessible education, so the less privileged can also smile. Teach and train us to be useful for the nation, for to be educated is to be legendary. Education should be based on principles that defines her essence in existence. We need education in the very last world. We need her in every nook and cranny. That is why my inks scribe not for the pennies, but for the inspiration of our lovely populace. With those who can't afford the cost of education, I sympathize gravely for the blow it has on our nation. How different is education from inspiring one's mind? What about the valueless treasure we must find? Every student deserves the best academic class, not to reach grace from grass, not to translate stones to brass, but for mind clarity and transparency like glass. Education is the key. From primary through secondary to tertiary, let our minds be fed with knowledge. Send every youth to college to preserve the future of our nation. Let the government pay the prices so we can work harder for the prizes. Education is an essential commodity that our nation can't afford to waste. So I trust my mother's substantial advice to save me from becoming a social vice. Hey yo, get a youth all over the world. Trust me, education is the key to set you free from the street. That's for real.
Like Dzidefo deployed on Facebook, follow on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you.